I have to ask y'all a serious question. Are you using Alchemists all wrong? Are you just a complete and utter Alch idiot? And you need to realize that you are making so many mistakes in your BTD6 gameplay that you need to start getting your pants buttoned up and ready to go and ready to learn some awesome Chris stuff. Maybe. Okay, I'm just going to say maybe. Alchemists are weird. They're definitely one of the weirdest towers in the entire game. In fact, I was thinking about making a video where I go over every single tower and whether or not it's worth it to Alch or not Alch. But to be honest, the math gets really, really convoluted and very weird and very goofy on whether or not it is worth it to Alch or not to Alch. But I think I'm going to make a video anyways. I'm going to eventually figure out the calculations to get it all down. But before we get there, today we're going to talk about the Alch, his specific third-tier Berserker Brew, which I think a lot of people just underestimate and don't use. Then we're also going to tell you a really cool story about Chris. Now, I will admit that I'm playing on an easier map than I usually like to play on, and the reason for that is that I wanted to mess around with some of the Alch plays, and I think that it's important for us, if we're messing around, to not do anything too crazy or too intense here. But the story for Chris is going to involve a nudity. It's going to involve nudity. Yeah, I know. It's like it's one of those things. You're like, really, Chris? Nudity? Come on, bro. Like, get your crap together. But it does. It involves Chris being nude or partially nude in front of a lot of people. Yeah, I know. Now, if you guys want to be unbelievably nice to me and you wanted to subscribe to my OnlyFans, or excuse me, subscribe to my creator support code, SJB nonsense, make sure you do that. Go to the settings section, click the little creator support code button and type in SJB right then and there. It's amazing and awesome and easy to do, and I really, really, really appreciate it, by the way. So here is the first tower that I think a lot of people realize is already good, but they may not realize that it is good to Alch buff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be using Alchs today. We're going to be using them as their popping power. You know, there's nothing really wrong with an Alch as far as pop power goes. They do pop Bloons. But getting up to a third tier here is going to allow us to get even more popping power out of our towers. Now, admittedly, $1,405, this is not a cheap tower. This is reasonably expensive and everything. In fact, it's even more expensive than our Druid of the Jungle himself. So he needs to basically get more than 2 times the popping power to make him worthwhile here. Yeah, absolutely. And I think he can do it. I think a Berserker Brew is totally worth it because we not only increase our Pierce, we increase our damage, we increase our attack speed, and if we need the range, it also increases the range. So you kind of get like everything combined together in the most beautiful way possible. All right, now check this guy out. Round 27. The Bloons aren't even getting on the screen right now. That's absurd. It's all because of the Alch buff over here. Next tower that I want to show off is I want to throw out a Dartling gun. Now, there are a couple Dartling guns that could work for this, but I'm going to start off with one that's a little goofier, and I'm probably going to be able to believe it on a second Dartling gun later on that I think can also be buffed with the Alch that is actually going to be a pretty good addition to our team. We're going to just lock this guy in place. I want to go for the faster firing and the laser shock. All right, I should note, by the way, that the only camp detection that I have currently is Quincy, and normally Dartling guns are going to have camp detection because a lot of people go middle path, but I'm going to say screw the middle path. I'm going to go for a very awkward and very weird Dartling gun. I want to go for a top-bottom combo. A more powerful Dartling gun with laser shock, because I think it's going to be really good against the Moab, and I think it's going to be extra especially good against random amounts of Bloons, and then when we buff him, be even more powerful because we get that extra damage, and of course, even more Pierce out of him. So, let's get to buffing, good sir. You know what? I'll buff him with the Berserker Brew before I even get the more powerful darts. Looks good, though. As you can probably tell by now, it's kind of unbelievable how how good these two towers are. But as you're really looking at the pop count here, it's really the Druid of the Jungle doing most of the work at this point. All right, Berserker Brew is up, and Powerful Darts is coming up soon. Boom, shazoom. Good enough for me, and now we've got orange sauce everywhere. Holy crap, Ola. Chris, you are crazy. Dartling guns are way more powerful, or not Dartling guns. Alchemists are way more powerful than I thought. Good, good. That's exactly what I wanted to teach you guys today. All right, Quincy, good enough for now, but he's going to end up needing some Alch action. So let's Alch every single tower we build today. I want their own individual Alch. That's what I want to do. So another Berserker Brew for Quincy here. And believe it or not, he's probably the easiest / best hero to Alch in the game. He's got a lot of projectiles. He's got a pretty good amount of attack speed. He has a crazy ability that ends up working really, really well with that ability. So You can tell around 40 here, a triple elk play makes this Moab a freaking breeze, bro. That was not a problem at all. Now, again, I'm playing a fairly easy map. I don't want to lie to you guys, okay? But this is not the easiest map in the game, and I'm not doing anything absurd at this point. This is kind of just like standard old gameplay at this point. All right, so what is another tower that I think we absolutely need to elk? And I think that is a mortar, okay? This is one of my favorite towers in the entire game to elk buff. I might have to get some more cam detection soon, but for now... yeah, for now we'll, okay, what do I want to get for cam detection, bro? Let's think about this first. You know what, let's just do it. There's another Dartling gun that I really like that I think is going to be helpful for us. I'm going to throw him, I don't know, where do I want to put him? Let's just throw him right here. This is good. Let's throw him here. Let's get him up to camera detection. Boom, boom, middle path, but I'm also going to go for a bottom path combo, the buckshot. So we're just going to lock him in place like this, and I'm going to go for, of course, an Alchemist. I want an elk. Everywhere, everybody, all the time, they need to be elked today, my good friends. There we go, Berserker Brew is up. Now, one thing you're going to notice here is I'm not going for the 4th tier elks at this point. I'm only going for 3rd tiers. Why is that? Well, it should be noted that it's a pretty huge buff to go for a 3rd tier elk. They give you +2 pierce, they give you +1 damage, and they give you extra range and extra attack speed. Those are all amazing things. The real issue here is the amount of time that the buff lasts. It does not last all that long, but if you have only one tower that you're elking, it's buffed most of the time. What, 60, 70% of the time? Something like that. So that's a pretty good amount of elk time. You can also increase that uptime by just going for a quick perishing potions here. That'll make these activated for much, much longer. So as long as you're not shooting out so many projectiles, or so much attack damage, or so much attack, that you end up going through this thing, you can easily take them down, oh my god, what am I talking about? I'm just talking nonsense at this point. I'm sorry. It'll last longer. That's all you really need to know. I don't know if it's worth it to actually go for perishing potions on a 3rd tier, but usually if I get a 4th tier, I definitely go for it just because I have a really fast attacking tower and all that stuff. I don't feel like it's that important today. All right, I am actually, believe it or not, going to go for that Bloon analysis system. We got the money for it. Why not get it? I've got the guy locked in place for now, but I probably will eventually put him on target independent once we get a little later on in the game. One other tower that I want to get here, though, before I get too late in the game, is going to be a Mortar. So, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite towers in the game to elk. I don't even know if it is the best tower to elk, but it's one of my favorite towers in the game. I just love it. So we're going to go for a quick elk on a mortar. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to go for an artillery battery. Now, artillery batteries got buffed in, I don't know, like 7 updates in a row. They're just really freaking good. It just keeps buffing mortars, and accidentally they buff the artillery battery more and more and more. It's kind of absurd, but I'll take it. He's one of my favorite towers in the game. And the nice thing about him is that he's, again, easily buffed. You buff him with a quick 3rd tier elk. You can go 4th tier if you want to, but it's not even necessary, dude. Go for quick artillery battery, and then if you are going to go for the cross paths, I still recommend... actually, you know what? You can kind of go either way at this point. You know what? I don't have any birdie stuff right now. Let's do this. We can do a burn and a laser shock at the same time, so that's actually kind of cool. And then Quincy needs to pop leads. Yes, he does. I don't have a lot of camel lead popping power right now, which is important to note for once we get to round 90. But as of right now, that's okay. We're going to be good enough. But anyways, we've got a solid defense. Everybody's elk just across the board, just random towers hitting things, and it's just kind of working. Do we want to go for anything bigger, badder, or more powerful? Well, believe it or not, not yet. Another tower that I think that not enough people elk is a heli pilot. So a quick Razor Rotors heli, and because I'm having a little bit of trouble with cam detection, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go for Bigger Jets IFR, and I'm going to elk them. All right, we're going to elk them just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And we've got everything covered. That's it. I mean, I don't want to say game over or anything like that, but dang. We're rocking it. But I do believe that because we are playing on Chips mode, we probably should start getting ready for some later game towers. So is there any good towers that go late game that we should be buffing with our elks? Well, so far, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've picked towers that I think are good, but towers that I think most people don't automatically associate with the elk. I mean, if anything, Razor Rotors is kind of like a normalized tower that a lot of people use for the elk. This guy, I mean, I think if most people, if they're going to get a Bloon analysis system, they're probably elking him. That's not like a completely ridiculous thing to do. But not a lot of people are Druid of the Jungle elking. Not a lot of people are getting the artillery battery Bernie stuff elked. And not a lot of people are going for laser shock powerful darts elked. And if you look at the pop counts at this point, nobody's doing bad. We've got 52 for this guy. We've got 47 for the 47! for this guy. That's absurd, by the way. Freaking absurd. Quincy's got 8,000. That's it. He's my hero when he's out. And this guy, whoa, 1,000. Everybody's popping things too fast, I guess. And then this Dartling gun has got 15,000. So, yeah, everybody's really working together at this point. I'll meet you guys back in probably like 10 rounds or so, and we'll start planning for the next part of this game. Another tower that not a lot of people alch, that I think you should always alch pretty much every single game you get it, is got to be the Ring of Fire. Okay, I'm buying him kind of early here, kind of at a weird time, to be honest. Like, I should probably be saving up for a 5th tier at this point, but I kind of just, like, forgot I wanted to show him off as an alch tower. So I'm going to go for a quick Ring of Fire. I am going to go for the more tax, and even more tax, then I'm definitely going to alch him. We're going to get another 3rd tier alch over here. You're going to notice I have not done anything with 4th tier alch yet. Okay. 0 4th tier alchs at this point are necessary. Everything's just 3rd tier alchs, and everything's doing a great job. Do we want to get anybody up to 4th tier eventually? Well, we never get any extra damage. It's mainly about making sure that we always stay out. Okay. And to be honest, for the amount of money we're spending on them, it might not be worth it. Like, not every situation is it going to actually be worth it here. So, at this point, I kind of just want to save up money, see how much longer I can actually survive here. Clearly, round 78 is a bit of an issue for us. So, I don't know if Bloons are going to end up killing us or what, but one thing we do have on our side here is Quincy's only going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And by the time he gets to level 20, I most assuredly will stronger stim him. He gets godlike getting alched here. And I might even go crazy and get some sort of weird village to just start getting some crap in the middle here to actually survive in the late game. All right, Quincy, we need to use your first ability here, good sir. Cam detection-wise, we're still kind of weak. Lunar analysis can only hang on so long. Quincy, he's going to be most of my cam detection right now. He's not going to last forever. And then my Dartling gun here doesn't have it at all. Oh my god, I just realized. Kind of forgot about that. I'm so used to Dartling guns just having cam detection, but they just don't. All right, round 79, still going down pretty strong. We got $30,000 saved up at this point. Again, I kind of just wait it out, like see how much further we can make it. Quincy ability. Woo! All right. Artillery battery blast! Oh! So you can tell the big balloon rushes are a problem for us. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this guy to target independent. Not my favorite thing ever, but you can tell Super Ceramics are starting to get a little painful here. I don't know, not like a huge fan, to be completely honest here. All right, there's only so much longer we're going to be able to survive without massive ability spamming and like doing crazy crap. So first things on the list here, we're going to go Stronger Stam. If I'm going for a Stronger Stam and I'm only trying to power up one tower, I'm always going to go for a Perishing Potions. If I decide that I want to go for more towers buffed by an alch, I'm going to go for the bottom path so we can get faster throwing, because he's going to throw onto multiple towers faster, basically. So, since I'm only buffing one tower, I'm always going to go 4-2-0s here. I'm never going to go for a 4-0-2, and I think that's a very common thing. Most people wouldn't do that. All right, we got a nice Mortar play again. Take down round 82. We got $36,000 saved up at this point. I still don't know what I want to get. To be completely honest, I really don't know what I want to get here. I think I've used up most, but not all of the towers that I would like normally really like to alch. So here's the thing about my defense. I don't have a lot of DT pop power. All right, if I go for a Bloon Exclusion Zone as my main popper, which I was like thinking about, I'm like, that's a really cool tower. I really like him on my teams. But I just don't think he's going to be all that great for us, because I'm spending all of my money on something that doesn't pop DT. So I'm going to actually swap up my strategy here. I'm going to go for a Carpet Spikes. So I'm going to throw him, again, away from everybody else. I believe this is also a tower that not enough people are probably alching. He's still not bad. But unfortunately, I don't quite have the money just yet. So I'm going to have to wait maybe a round or two here before I get this puppy flowing here. Quincy, baby. Woo! All right. 85 is tough. 87 is definitely going to be tough here. If I don't get the Carpet Spikes up, we could be in for a little bit of a hassle here. Okay, 87 is here, so we're going to have to use Quincy's abilities. Go kind of hard on these things. I might have to micro a little bit, too. Let's use our artillery battery first. Let's blow him a little bit closer to the back here, and then we're going to throw that quick Carpet of Spikes here. We're down to our last few balloons to take down. Barty stuff takes a little while to act, but it's still really powerful. And I'm just going to use Quincy's ability just to kind of confirm everything's going to die, and we easily take it down and get our $43,000 tower! Carpet of Spikes, who has not been alched yet, but now is going to be. Alchify him. Now, if I'm going to Alch anybody up to 4th tier, if you've got a 5th tier tower on your team, you Alch them. You Alch them, and you Alch them up to 4th tier. Okay, you just do it. Don't argue with it, just freaking do it. All right, even if it doesn't make the most perfect sense ever, you're probably not going to regret it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a quick stronger stim, and I'm just going to leave them as is. I'm not even going to go 4-2-0, 4-0-2, anything like. Oh crap! I never got lead pop and power. Oh god! Luckily, everybody else did their job here, but I need the white hot spikes here to pop the TDTs, and I feel like finally we're like back in motion. All right, Alchify me. Is there anything else that I want to Alch? I don't know. I feel pretty good, honestly. I don't know if I'm like going to automatically win this one, but I feel pretty comfy with my current defense here. I've got abilities to play around with just a little bit. Bloon pop and power is all right, but probably my biggest weakness, to be completely honest here. So if I'm going to get something else, it's got to be something like it's just going to pop Super Ceramics well. And to be honest, I don't think the answer is something that needs to get Alched. But I have to follow through, don't I? I have to get something that can get Alched. Oh, decisions. All right, this is not a tower that I love, but I decided to go for a Turbo-charge. And if I can get the money, I'm going Perma-charge. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to get the money in time. So just kind of is what it is at this point. Hopefully it's a little bit of a help for my team here. And then if I absolutely need to, which I don't think it's going to come to this, I will go for some weird buff towers, or slowdown towers. Ice Tower, Ninja, Cannon, whatever I need to actually take care of this stuff. So far, though, it's gone pretty good. It's good enough for me. Yeah, and I've got actually half the money for a Perma-charge already. This could actually happen. Another thing to keep in mind is Quincy is just about to reach level 20, and unbelievably powerful Quincy is about to unload every single ounce of power he's got here, guys. The only 4th tier elk that I got must... Oh, wait, no. Too strong. 2 elks. Okay. All right, never mind. I'm just going to leave it as is. All right, if I can afford the Perma-charge, it's going to happen on round 98 here, if not at the end of round 98. All right, let's start off with a quick Quincy ability. Ooh, he's $500 to get to level 20. I might be able to use this twice, by the way. I'm going to go pretty hard here at the first part. I'm going to use this Turbo-charge to take down as many Bloons as I possibly can. I'm going to have to use my ability on these Moabs. Holy crap, there's a lot of freaking Bloons, man. All right, we got some arrows flowing in here. This is really getting tight at this point. All those Oh My Gods are dead, though. We got a couple random Bloons to take down. Try to take it slow, actually. Just let them all slowly come in here. If I can get another Quincy ability, that'd be fantastic. Oh my god, Carpet of Spikes. Beautiful. We got some good cleanup over here, and we got 2 abilities ready to go here. Let's use the Quincy ability to take these guys down, and then we're going to use the Carpet of Spikes here on round 99. Make sure that gets cleaned up. Oh my god, beautiful. Unfortunately, still no Perma-charge money. Did we get 5k on round 99? Because I'm not buying this on round 100, I can tell you that much. All right, Carpet of Spikes ability just to kind of confirm. And here's the bad blue. So, Alching things. It's important. It's good. It's cool. Don't underestimate it. It's a fun thing to do. And it can help you get a lot of pops. It really can. If you guys, oh my god, 582,000. That guy's just too freaking good, dude. I mean, I know my weakness is 582,000 pops. Quincy only 354? What were you doing, bro? 418, that kind of makes sense. 96, 110, 61. Druid, 175. Are you kidding me? This is one of the cheapest towers in the game. I think it's the cheapest tower on the board. It's cheaper than an Alchemist. So I think it is. This guy's probably close, but I think he's even more expensive than this guy. Oh my god! He's got that many pops. Alright, if you guys enjoyed, press that freaking like button, man. Smush it! I just realized I was editing this video and I never talked to you guys about my nudity stories, so I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to tell you guys that in the next video. It just kind of slipped my mind because I'm an idiot, so I apologize. I'm sorry. Subscribe, and have a super duper delicious day.